What's up, guys? I'm Rachel Holt. Welcome into Patriots Now. Around this time of year, most people expect Christmas miracles. If Week 14 is any indicator, the Patriots are on Santa's naughty list. Yes, let's get it out of the way, the Miami Miracle. You already know how the Patriots lost last week to the Dolphins. They're selling shirts in Miami showing the diagram of the play. With 7 seconds remaining in the game and the Pats up 33-28, Kenyon Drake completing a double lateral and running it 52 yards to give the Dolphins a 34-33 win. The Patriots had a 99.9% win probability prior to the miraculous play. Just look at that cliff on that chart. Yikes. It had this fan in complete shock. He couldn't even get up to leave the stadium and had to be ushered out. But what's worse, being that guy or the Yale family, who are Dolphins fans that left the stadium with 4 minutes left to beat traffic right before the game ended. While that play was the focal point, the Patriots know it wasn't the only reason why they lost.
You know, football's a crazy game. It shouldn't have come down to that. I think we left a lot more points on the board offensively, and you know, that's football.
There was a lot of things we could have done better. It came down to one play, but there were a lot of things besides that. So, you know, in the end, we just got to do a better job than we did. And you know, Miami played hard like they always do, and you know, they just made one more play than we did.
The good news, well, the Dolphins will need another Miami Miracle to win the AFC East. According to 538, the Patriots have a 98% chance of winning the AFC East and a 79% chance to get a first-round bye. Bill Belichick's squad can wrap up the division this week with a win and Dolphins loss. But check this out. If both teams finish 9-7 or 10-6, Miami will clinch the AFC East title due to a division record tiebreaker. The Patriots will hope it doesn't get to that point when they take on their rival Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday afternoon at Heinz Field. Pittsburgh has lost 3 straight games, including an ugly one last week against the Raiders, and are in danger of losing their lead in the AFC North. If you remember, these two teams met in Week 15 last season in one of the craziest finishes of the year. The Pats trailing in the fourth, Rob Gronkowski put on a career-high performance with 168 yards, including 3 catches and 69 yards, and a 2-point conversion on the final drive, which put New England up 27-24 to win the game. These two teams are pretty familiar with each other. The Patriots have won 5 in a row against the Steelers, including the 2016 AFC Championship. Counting the playoffs, Tom Brady is 11-2 in his career against Pittsburgh with 30 touchdowns and 4 picks. But despite that domination, the Pats know they'll have their hands full against an explosive Steeler offense featuring 2 of the best receivers in the game, Juju Smith-Schuster and Antonio Brown.
You're not going to get anybody better than these two guys, plus the quarterback. And they got a lot of other guys too, but I mean, these 2 receivers are, you know, elite.
Yeah, they got a lot of, targets, production, yards, touch. Like, they do a lot for the offense. You really can't fall asleep. And, you know, even though they're different, it's not one of those things where it's like, well, this guy's going deep and this guy's not. They both are different, but they do a lot of the same things on the field that make it hard to set your defense.
Juju and Brown have combined for more than 170 catches, 2,200 receiving yards, and 18 touchdown passes. Now for more on the game this week, here's Doug Kyde, who answers any and all questions in this week's mailbag.
Hello and welcome to this week's mailbag. I'm Doug Kyde. If you have a question for me, tweet it to me at Doug Kyde using the hashtag MailDoug, and I will try to answer it. First question here comes from, I believe it's Basia MD. When will we see Danny Shelton again this season, or will he go the way of Alan Branch last year? I think the Patriots just need to make a decision on Danny Shelton. They either need to start playing him, or they need to just cut bait with him and sign another big defensive tackle to play in the middle of their defense, because the Patriots have definitely missed having a third defensive tackle to rotate into their lineup with Malcolm Brown and Lawrence Guy. I think that's one of the reasons why the Patriots' run defense struggled so much against the Dolphins last week, is that Lawrence Guy and Malcolm Brown were just tired from playing so much. So they definitely need a third guy to rotate in there. I would expect to see Danny Shelton back this week. I didn't think he was playing great early in the season, but I'm not sure if it was quite enough to bench him for weeks on end here. So I do expect him to be playing again. But if I'm the Patriots, either play him or cut him, because the Patriots definitely need another third defensive tackle to rotate in there with those other guys. Second question here comes from Chris De Giovanni, who asks, what do you think is the biggest improvement the defense needs to make going into the playoffs? This sounds simple, but it's just consistency. I mean, 2 short weeks ago, Patriots might have had their best defensive performance of the season against the Minnesota Vikings. Then it's kind of hard to remember that performance after watching them last week against the Dolphins when they were getting gashed up the middle in the run game. Jason McCourty was allowing big plays to Kenny Stills in the passing game. So it's all about consistency here moving forward. I think they definitely need to start playing a little bit better on the road. So we'll see how they fare against Pittsburgh Steelers this week. But if there's one specific thing they need to improve on, probably is the run game. So I would like to see the Patriots defensive line and linebackers shut down the Steelers running backs this week. We don't know if James Conner's going to play. If he doesn't, it's going to be a much easier matchup against rookie running back Jalen Samuels.
And before we go, we leave you with this. This week, Julian Edelman got a visit from 11-year-old Tommy Guthrow, a lifelong Pats fan, who through Make-A-Wish just wanted one thing: to play Madden with Julian Edelman. The Patriots wide receiver sharing these pics on Instagram. Tommy and his family got a tour of Gillette Stadium, met Robert Kraft, tried on some rings, and of course played video games with number 11. Love to see it. Goodbye, go Pats.